Welcome back to the Steelerwadeshow. My name is Jake Wade. Thank you everybody for checking me out. Appreciate all your shares. Hey man, I'm telling you what, I'm really believing that this tackle class, I've always called it bloated. And I never really understood, it's not really the right word for it, and I don't have a better word for it, but it seems like we're going to get something better than we actually expect. You know, there's so much talent in this class. At the same time, I remember last season when the draft was coming on, Peter Skronsky was the one guy that was considered this great tackle, but was not projected to be a tackle. He still got picked high, but now he's playing at a guard position. That's the way it goes. A month ago, I would have thought it had been impossible to get Fuaga. Okay? Now I'm like 75% impossible that it's going to get Fuaga. And there might actually be a chance of getting Troy from LSU. From Washington. A lot of these tackles. Look, all the Steelers are trying to get is right tackle. It's not that. Yes, it's an elite position, but it's not on the same caliber as left tackle. We just need to take care of some situations here. And if you're looking at these top guys that are coming out right now, Troy from Washington, a lot of these people out there are saying that his real hot rod position is going to be closer to the inside. That's where he's going to really be NFL rad, you know. They say that with Fuaga. Like a month ago, I was talking about in my podcast thinking you know what? That's the guy we need to move up for. If I'm going to move up for, that's who I'm going to move up for. And now I'm starting to think that maybe there's a lot of, even with the inflated guard market that's out there right now, maybe a lot of teams are looking at these players as more of a guard than what we really think. This actually happens to benefit, in my personal opinion, the Pittsburgh Steelers, because I'm looking at 2025 with the contract extension looming with James Daniels, and more power to him if he gets to play his third year of his contract, Isaac. To the left. We may be in a situation where we may need to start two guards next year. Maybe two rookies that we get this draft may need to play guard next year. If these draft picks land on a team that's like, I need a real left tackle if I'm going to go in the first round, and they're looking at, for one, the whole value on Fuaga, he's still a right tackle. It's still right side. It's not in the same class, So I almost see him not that far ahead of Troy because of the common talk is that these cats could be better at guard. If that's not what that team happens to be wanting, this bloated class of these tackles could get stretched out. We may end up getting somebody that we really didn't think that we'd have a chance at. And if we don't, have you noticed? I haven't heard it a lot on the Steeler podcast, but I haven't heard it on other podcasts, but it just seems like a common kind of thing that people are identifying that you're seeing with first and second round quality tackle draft picks being like tandems. Like you have Troy on the left, Roger Rosengarten on the right, who I did a past podcast on. I'll try to put a link down into that. Just a little side note on those two guys. Like lately, I've been watching things on Troy because I'm starting to think that he could possibly be available. I mean, he could. And that is the eyes side of the quarterback, is what he's used to. It is going to the right side, but it's still the eyes side of the. And the way he uses his hands, like I wish I had like infinite curiosity as far. Oh, I do have the curiosity, just yeah. But like, watch when I did my deal on Roger Rosengarten, his hand usage was amazing. And so then, like this last week, I've been getting this feeling more so and more so about why I think that these tackles are going to get pushed out a lot farther than what we're thinking so far. And centers. And it's, I don't know, when you see Troy on the left with his hand usage, it's crazy. They both have incredible hand usage. Incredible hand usage. And like I really would, I wish I knew more about that offensive line coach and his history or whatever. Now, when I watched the center prospect of Washington, that was hard to watch. Hard to watch with him. That's why I never mentioned him until now. But you have these tandems also like Caden Wallace. Caden Wallace out of Penn State. He is opposite of who is expected to be probably picked in the top 10 on the left side. But this guy is also running I really like this guy. This Wallace cat, I mean, pretty good. Pretty darn good. All I need is somebody to do right tackle. Wallace, Rosengarten. What was my other one? Oh, who we have interest in, Blake Fisher. We have Joe Alt, the best offensive lineman prospect coming out of this draft. Opposite of him is Blake Fisher, who the Steelers have already. We're cool, dude. We are cool, man. I think this tackle class is going to blow it on out. And if we don't get, I used to have my cutoff was at Guyton. Like if it was Guyton, because I don't want necessarily to have a non-skilled position be picked in the first round. But if it's going to happen, my cutoff was Guyton. If it went to Guyton, no matter what. And now I'm starting to think with Mims. I'm starting to think, but if Mims is available, no, I would go another direction. Because it's going to be juicy, Junior, after that. I'm telling you. It will. If they want to take care of it, Omar Khan can move up. They can do whatever they want to do. But I mistook what I was saying. Thank you for checking me out for such a long time. Press like on the video, please, and subscribe. Appreciate all your shares. I misspoke on my last video about the memberships. I can't do that for a long time as far as what YouTube considers memberships. What I can do is my bride has already set up the GoFundMe for, it's called the Steelerwadeshow Books for Inmates. And this GoFundMe will be taking off tomorrow. I'll put some money in it and I will offer people it, and for whatever it's worth. And we'll just do a little $3 a month if you want to be signed up to have extra videos like the one I tried to do last night on 420. Hope everybody made it out of that weekend safe. People that, they celebrate the ganja, if you will, the Mary Jane, the left-handed cigarettes, the devil's lettuce, the electric cabbage, grass. Is my personal favorite word. Hooters. In Australia, maybe a Billy. Glad you are here, though, and getting ready to start this brand new week. And, of course, my wife's calling me after I just told her I'm getting ready to do a video. So I hope this is going to keep on going on through. make sure that on your comments, I still have the giveaway going on. I'm going to give this away after the draft. Who do you think will be the first draft pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers? And this will be the first one of my first giveaway. Put that in there, and then I should be putting something out there maybe Tuesday, I would imagine, with a link to the Steelerwadeshow book for inmates. And hopefully get a lot of love from Steeler Nation on this little deal I'm trying to do. Thank you for all your shares in any way you do and mentioning me in comments. I appreciate it. My name is Jake Wade, coming to you from Southwest Michigan, and AMF Steeler Nation.